and we'd go through them. And a lot of times you might get 3 or 4 different bows, same bow, same model, everything. And one would have one problem, another had another problem. So we'd take all the parts and make one good bow out of it, put it on our used bow rack and sell it. Sell it as a used bow, not as a new one because it's not new. And then we had a bunch of the beginner bows, the kid bows, lots of them come back. Could not fix them, wasn't worth fixing because we'd have spent more fixing them than what we could just buy a new one for. So we took, and where the stabilizer goes, we put a bar in there with a hook on it and put a little hole in there and mounted a sight onto it. So all these just little bitty, basically the riser part of the bow from just above the sight to just below where you hold it is all we cut the rest of it and threw it away because it wasn't worth anything, and put sights on them. So you could just pick them up and hold them and look at the sights, instead of having to, okay, what's it look like? In a package you can't tell, but holding it up you could tell. And that's what we did with a lot
Oh,
of the
that's a good
bows that come
idea.
back that didn't have any value in them because at that time I think you could buy the whole bow for under $200.
Wow.
That was what we was selling them for because they were just the kids' boat. And of course, you got to remember
Oh, okay. Okay.
this was um oh 2015 and 13 around in that area. Um, so it's 10 years ago. And of course, now that same bow would probably run him at 350, but it was the low end kids bow. I forget which model was, but we had a lot of those come in.